Hey everybody, what's going on? We are back in some Watcher of Realms, and yeah, we're picking up where we left off yesterday. I'm not quite as rant heavy today, but it's still there. You see, we made a little bit of progress, but what's aggravating about this is every single stage since like 31% I've had to redo, and I don't understand why, and I'm still annoyed about it. And now we're at this one, and I just feel like I'm not willing. I just feel like I'm not willing to do it. So this may be where we stop on this rotation. Let's do an. I can't even remember why it was failing. I took a look at it a couple of times last night. I think. Oh yeah. So this stage, the reason I don't know if I have it in me to do this again is because this stage, this might be the longest I've ever spent solving a problem in this game. Was the first time that I beat this stage. This stage probably gave me the most trouble out of anything else I've accomplished in this game. I spent so long figuring this out for it to now just not work. And what's weird is it's not working. He's holding up a little better here. Last night it was not working because Olag would go down immediately. Yeah, Olag is dying. Now, that was not a problem before, and I even gave him his old artifact back. Like I've you know what I mean? I've made a few tweaks to try to see if anything matters, and it doesn't. So that's the problem. But like beyond that problem, which Olag solved easily prior. She's going to be hitting harder now, so I don't know. Like, you saw Nocturne went down immediately, and that didn't used to be a thing. So now I'm going to have to go in here and, like, play with my timing. I'm probably going to have to give Olag a healer. But again, I spent hours over the span of a few days, I think, beating this the first time. And I just don't know if I have it in me to do it again. Especially knowing that next time there will be some new modifier and it probably won't hold up. You know what I mean? I did, a couple of you let me know some of the things to keep an eye out for. One was these combat conditions that I think rotate, that I think maybe change. So like now she's got 20% increased attack, which is why she's killing Nocturne straight out of the gate, I guess. But like, and then Marksman, all attributes of Marksman class increased by 20%. So like my Hex is gonna pop the hell off, because my Hex is significantly stronger than the last time I did this. But her hitting harder, I don't know how that's going to affect everything else. But I don't know what happened to Olag at the end of the day. Because nothing that's going on up there with him has a modifier at this point, as best I can tell. Except maybe there was a Defender's 20% thing. But I just don't know why my Olag is falling apart now. He didn't lose any gear. When gear was getting moved around for the guild boss thing, I don't think he lost anything. So I don't know why all of a sudden he can't stay alive in here, because he used to be, like, without fail, he was reliable. You know what I mean? And now in multiple places, he just is not holding up, and I don't know why, because I don't think that he lost any gear. I don't remember having to come in and fill in anything. It's not like any of his gear sucks, you know what I mean? This isn't a great piece, but like he's still got 89,000 HP. It's like he's not squishy. What are you doing in here? How did you get in my account? So I don't know. We've got a couple of days. Perhaps I'll get compelled to jump in there and do it. Maybe it won't even be so bad. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a matter of I mean, I guess I need to watch it play out. The only thing I can think to do is get more damage on Virna, so maybe she can kill him before he can kill Olag, because I think my Virna did take a little bit of a hit in the guild boss rework. So maybe that's the difference maker. Maybe it's not that my Olag can't hold up the way he used to. Maybe it's that my Virna is a little bit weaker, because I did have to go in and tweak her a bit for my guild, for my Gear Raid 221 team to still work. I had to push her attack up. So maybe that will do it. I don't know if Nocturne getting dropped here straight away. I don't know how much that's going to affect me. I wish that damage over time would get him. Like if she would just do a little bit more damage, the damage over time might get him and I'd still be fine. The problem is I just don't have it. I just don't have the gear. I think Virna is absolutely as strong as I can make her right now. I did swap her artifact last night, which I need to swap back, I think. I tried this one. I was hoping maybe the crit hit would increase her crit damage, and that would be enough for the extra, plus the extra attack, because she had... What did she have prior? Maybe it was this one? No. What did she have prior? This one. So yeah, this she didn't get as much attack here, but she gets 18% attack here when there are no adjacent. She gains attack speed from that, but that's not doing her any good. So, I mean, short of maybe I farm a bunch of artifact material rate again, and I get this leveled up so that she's getting a significant chunk of attack. Because like, you know what I mean? Maybe that's the way to go here. I don't know how much more attack she's going to get as this levels up. I would think something substantial, but perhaps that could push her back over the threshold. So maybe that's what we need to do today. Maybe that'll be my I was going to say mission and goal. I said mole. My mission today is to farm a bunch of artifact material raid. See if I can't level up an artifact on her a bit. And I like this change, by the way. And then maybe the extra attack from the stat on the artifact will push her over the threshold. She doesn't need much more damage. He's this close to dying. And if we kill him, I think the run holds up. Because even though Nocturne's getting dropped quick, my Hex is so much stronger than he used to be. Did I think maybe we can still do it? Maybe we can still kill her? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll play around with it. Now, some of the stages that I had to go and redo, I part of me wants to say maybe they're better versions of completion, and maybe they'll hold up through other rotations regardless of the modifiers, but I don't know if that's true. I think I just really hope that's the case. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, it's nice not having to do these 3 times. I don't know if we're being... I don't know if it hurts us. I don't know if we're ultimately netting less. But either way, it's nice to only have to do it once. So yeah, that's kind of what we worked on yesterday. Trying to decide which artifact I think is better for her. The red one is going to be better because she's going to get so much more attack. I think. I guess I need to do a little math and figure out if 18% of her base attack is more than what she's going to be getting. I don't think so. What's her base attack? Probably like 4,000 or 5,000. So 18% of that wouldn't even be 800. So she's getting more attack from a red artifact, especially if I promote it a few times and let that I think the stat will go up. I've almost got Idril's artifact maxed, which is pretty cool, but man, it gets expensive, dude. But I think hers is one promotion away from being maxed out. So far, everything else seems to be holding up pretty well. The only real noticeable thing is my Virna is not as strong, and then Olog, for whatever reason, is really struggling to keep himself in the game. Let's look at Idril's thing real quick. Yeah. We're one more promotion away. Now 587 with all those promotions versus, yeah, it's going up. Going up as it gets promoted. Not as much as I'd hoped, but yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty significant, I reckon. And I think the red ones will scale quite a bit better. That's at 1200. Yeah, okay. But I'm gonna need to do quite a bit of farming. Now, Heaven's Rage. I have a few copies, so I can put in some work there. Just have to farm a lot. That'll push our attack up a little bit. Maybe it goes. Maybe this extend. I don't know what the best artifact is for her. I definitely need something that increases damage output. I considered this one, but I'm not sure. I mean, that's pretty handy, but Comet kind of needs all the help he can get right now too, because I think he also took a little bit of a hit. So I think my best bet is to just level this one up, try to get her attack pushed up, and maybe I can get her back over a threshold where she can get that dude out of there before he kills Olog, and then we'll be all right. And then at some point we got to get back to gear farming. Maybe I can just improve some of this gear on some of these champs. This is still very hit or miss. We did get it to work yesterday, so we got all our rewards and stuff, but it's just, again, very weirdly hit or miss. I don't really know what, you know, other than the RNG with Dolores maybe affecting the timing of the ults. It's just weird that it felt so consistent at first, and then like it felt for a while like it was going to be impossible to have it succeed. It got real grim for a minute. We're on a real good pace right now. If she stays alive, this is easy. What's funny is I was trying it last night and we failed a few runs in a row. She's gonna die. Every time I do this on camera, she dies. We failed a few runs in a row, and then I started one and got distracted and let it go, and it ended up doing almost 22,000. The one I forgot about succeeded. Almost like a watched kettle won't boil. A watched guild boss team will not succeed. But anyway, I just have to keep doing this over and over until it works. And again, I don't really know I don't know exactly what the deciding factor is. I have some ideas, but it's nothing I can really do anything about. You know what I mean? If it's a flip of the coin on Dolores giving, doing her rage thing, or maybe, Lust. I don't know. I don't really know exactly what's causing it, but maybe one of these days we'll pull like one of the, I don't know who my most wanted champ is. Zelitu's up there. I don't know who my most wanted is. A couple of you were mentioning the Valeria nerf from a while back. I know that. I know that they fixed and she works now how she was initially supposed to work. But the problem isn't that. It is that, but it's the problem is not that I don't know that. The problem is that she's using her ult at a bad time. Sometimes she's not, and that's when the run works. But then a lot of the time, she is She's like, it's like she's intentionally killing herself with her ult. She's setting herself up to die from that hit. Whereas sometimes she doesn't do that. And I don't know why. This goes back to what I was talking about yesterday, where like the run was done a certain way. So her ult was used at a certain time, regardless of where her ult meter is. So if something's happening that's filling it up quicker, that shouldn't be a problem, because she should still use it when it was used. You know what I'm saying? But she's stepping out of timing. She's using it a little bit earlier than she's supposed to. She's supposed to use it right before the last hit. And instead she's using it right before the last 2 hits, which is causing her to take 2 hits, and that second hit is killing her. And I don't know why sometimes she does that, because again, even if something fills her ult meter up quicker, she should still just use it when it was used in the setup. And she just won't. And I don't know why. And I just get real tired of it. I get real tired we're about to rant again, dude, of having problems with shit that's already been sorted. So we're going to take a break from Guild Boss for now. And do what exactly? I don't know. I'm not doing Void Rift. I'm not doing Guild Boss. There's not much else for me to do right now. We could do a little arena, I reckon. I'm kind of wondering how we hold up against some stronger teams. Let's try it. Let's see. I usually don't go against other Valeria teams because I just don't want to deal with it, but kind of interested. They do have Salazar too, though, so we might take an L here. I would think my Valeria's stronger. She's among my strongest champs, but nope. What are you doing taking so long to ult? Bro, what is it with Valeria? What is her problem? Why will she not ult when she's supposed to ult? This was another thing that's been set up. When I did this manually, I ult with her as soon as she gets it. She sat on that ult for several seconds before she popped it. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand her. She's an interesting one for me because she's like among my favorites to use, but definitely the most aggravating. She's definitely the most aggravating champ in my account. Like, what are you doing? Do the things like you're supposed to do them. You know what I mean? We got the dub, which is nice. But also do stuff like I do it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Arrogance, Salazar. I feel like I remember her being pretty good when I've gone against her. We'll try it. Why don't we just fight every team in our list every time and see? Take wins where we get them and take losses where we get them. See how many we can beat. Just pulling random cards. Still sitting on that ult for too long. I don't know what that's about. She's got really cool animations. That's nice, because that her inspiration kind of just got wasted there, I think. Boy, this is a close one. This is a close fight. This is where stuff gets tricky for us, because she's going to go down. Torador can kind of hold up for a second. Wow, we killed him. That doesn't usually happen. Oh, I forgot my Hex is a lot stronger than he used to be. But yeah, I guess that's going to help us out in the later rounds. Interesting. What are you doing in here? Are you good in here? Anai, is that her name? Popped her all to nothing, dude. All right, let's see what you're contributing here. Damage over time, it looks like. Like her actual hits don't seem to be doing a ton, but that damage over time ticking, kinda handy. I don't even remember what's in Anai's skill set. I know it didn't particularly interest me, though, when I pulled her, so. Part of me wants to say maybe I need to redo this, but another part of me is like, we're getting wins, even with her wonk timing. It's working out for us, so maybe I don't need to change anything. But I mean, I guess with the different builds, perhaps her like rage regen is different now or something, and it's screwing up when she thinks she's supposed to ult. I don't really know. I don't have a full answer to that. We're getting wins. I'm not going to bother messing with it. Savage sausages. People are so weird, dude. Ooh, that sucks. That sucks for you. That's a bummer. They put Wrath down and blocked the enemy from getting to Valeria. That's a shame. Savage sauce. Papilloma. What the hell's going on in here, dude? What are these names? This stands to be a tough one, I think. I'm always afraid of Silas. Oh, but y'all might be... Oh, I think you might just lose round one here, honestly, actually. No, he'll get him out of there. Wrath is doing pretty good damage. Papilloma. What's annoying is we're not guaranteed to win here. I've had a lot of fights that start off like this for me, and then their team starts to ramp up and we get left behind. Maybe we'll hold on to the lead here, but... Damn, what was going on there? I don't have a good record against her. Let's see how it goes. Having yourself down that low might be tricky. You're gonna take a lot of damage. What was the thing? What is this? Some sort of charge up thing she's got? Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough to not have Valeria on your team, because if you set up down here and someone else has Valeria, it's real hard to get a win. I have lost a time or two to teams down there, but that was before these build changes where my Valeria wasn't quite... She's much stronger now. She's much stronger and Hex is much stronger. So like usually when those werewolf looking dudes come out, she gets dropped and then Tordor will get dropped. And then sometimes we clear them, but then the next round he gets dropped and they break through. But the way it's all set up, I prolong the breakthrough longer than the other team tends to. So we still hold up. Dude, get out of my face. There's a gnat in my face. Why? You have the whole world to be in. You've got the whole rest of the world to be in. And you want to be in my face. And I will kill you for being in my face. I don't want to. I'm happy for you to go be somewhere else. Anywhere else in the world than in my face. So go be there. What's in my face that you need? You know what I mean? I don't even remember what I was saying. Ugh. Well, what are we on now? A 9-fight win streak right now? Are we just destroying everybody, dude? All right, well, we'll go 10-0 with this win if we get it. Salazar, Silas, and Hex. I have Salazar and Cetrum's exclusive artifacts, by the way. And no Silas or Cetrum. Or not Silas, Salazar. I don't have Silas either. Let's reopen that wound, why don't we? Off to a good start here. See, that can be a tricky thing about Hex, is he lands those stuns sometimes, and it happens to me occasionally as well. He'll stun them and keep them from getting to my Valeria fast enough. And I've lost rounds because of it. Like, his damage is, of course, worth having him here. He's definitely doing more good than bad, but there have been times where, like it happened to them a second ago, he stunned that dude before he could get into their range, and they were doing damage faster than I was doing damage, so they probably would have won that round. But his stun gave us a little bit of a head start. All right, GG, 10-0. Pretty good run. Pretty good run. So I've got to get my guild boss stuff to work today. Something's gonna have to give. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make a tweak to that or something. I can't have it potentially consume that much time every day to try to get my guild boss fights in. Gonna have to figure out how to get something a little bit more consistent, perhaps. But anyway, I reckon we'll get out of here today. I don't know what I'm going to do about Void Rift. I might jump in and play around with it. I think the first plan of action is I'm gonna farm a bunch of artifact material raid today and try to upgrade Verna's artifact a little bit and see if that gives her enough attack to kill that dude before he kills Olog. And then we'll have to see if we can still kill the boss in time. Like, well, maybe that'll make the team work again. And if not, I guess I'm gonna have to jump in and figure out a new plan of attack. But like, I really hope not, because I worked really hard. I worked really hard on that team last time. It took me a long time to figure out something that worked. I would love to not have to change it up. But anyway, that's it. We'll get out of here for today. I don't know what summon events we have coming up this weekend. I don't know if we got anything going on. We don't have many pulls anyway. I reckon we're about halfway to pity. Maybe. There's Shamir. There's 17, 27, 37, 47, 57, 58, 68, 78, 89, 80, 81, 82, 83, 45, 86, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, getting there. I did pull her. After my video, I got a couple of random shards during the extra legendary, and I thought I'll go ahead and pop them. And I did pull her, which I forgot about until now. And I'm actually pretty excited about that, because she's pretty interesting. And she was one of the few Epic Lords. I think I've got most of the Epic Lords now. She was one I was lacking, and she was really helpful for that tank, that limited time tank dungeon. I think she would have been really good in there. So now that we've got her, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that we have her now. So that's a pretty cool thing that happened. We might get her built. Because we've needed a good northerner lord. Because I've anytime I needed a northerner lord, I just used her. So now we've actually got one that we can also use, and we've got some good northerners. Like, we've got a decent squad here, so it'll be cool to have. We'll probably be able to do some cool stuff with her. But yeah, anyway, that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate you guys watching. You have a good one. Later.